Wow. That was a pretty nasty performance by Tottenham. That's the first thing, man. But I mean, before we get to Tottenham, man, yeah, I think it is only right that we have to pretty much give praise to Hassan Hutlam. I'm just looking at their celebrations now. These guys got, I think, yeah, they got reinstated, they got resurrected by Leicester. And since then, they were ridiculed, they were insulted, they were mocked, they were abused. And look at how they've now turned things around. I think they were saying a stat that Southampton are one of the teams that have picked up the most points during this period. I think it might be them and Watford. I don't know. Maybe it's Southampton or someone else. And Southampton, my God, so they've beaten Tottenham, they've beaten Chelsea. I'm not sure what they did against United, Arsenal, and so forth. But these guys, they're looking good, and I think you could just see the difference between management. I mean, because look, Uncle Mu is still doing everything, but with Southampton, they had a clear idea of what they wanted to do. I'm going to get to Tottenham. They had a clear idea of what they wanted to do, and the key thing is the transition from defense to attack. It made sense. So there were right overlaps. The ball was on the ground. It was played first time. The right movement. It was quick. It was sharp. I mean, beautiful, amazing goal by Danny Ings, man. That's a bloody amazing goal. Like, he literally took Vertonghen out to launch and he didn't even pay for him. So, look, Vertonghen, get the hell out of there. Let me get some of this money, man. So, just quality. So, and I just think with Southampton, you know, they just, because they knew how to defend, they knew how to get the ball up to the attack through the midfield. And when they were in the final third, there was an understanding through Nathan Redmond, your boy Bertrand, your boy Danny Ings. There was an understanding of how to thread the balls through and find space through the channels. There was just a players knew what other players could do, and you could see that what they were doing, what they've been doing in training, was very well executed onto the pitch. And that's why you've got to say right now, man. I mean, you want to talk about Nagelsmann, you want to talk about Jurgen Klopp, you want to talk about Fark, you want to now talk about Hassan Hutel. German guys know how to coach. These boys know how to coach. These guys just know how to manage. And I think what Hassan Hutel has done with this Southampton side has been pretty amazing. And I think what is always important is when times are off, to be able to come back, come and do it well. So they fully deserved it. Tottenham. Sports fans, I hope you're ready. Remember what I said. Remember what I said. I said Mourinho is the wrong man for Tottenham. They had put in it for a long while. What they needed to do is go in a completely philosophical direction. And I said that someone, not necessarily Ten Hag, but someone in the vein of a Ten Hag, where play much more attractive football, pass the ball around more, keep the ball well, increase the technicality of within the teams, no more iso football, no more individuality, actually try and get better chemistry and actually create much more triangles and create much interesting interplay, one-touch interplay to create chances. That's where I think that they should have gone forth. Mourinho isn't that different from Pochettino. He's not that different. They are quite similar. Maybe I need to go to who scored. Maybe I need to go to who scored. The amount of long balls that Tottenham played in this game was unacceptable. As I say, my Tottenham, you cannot play those amounts of long balls. And the issue was, now see, this is where it gets dicey. I don't think Nobile is that great. I think he's that. I don't think he's that great. Sissoko is a tactical brick. Good quality player based on the job that he does, but he is the last man on planet Earth to be running down the ball in the final third. If my life and my family's life, if the world depended upon Sissoko shooting the ball on target 2 yards away, there it is done. Hand it over to the aliens. It's finished. Done deal. Streets is done. Streets is fully done. So my thing about this is that, look, it's twofold. Those long balls were happening because there was nobody that they could give the ball into the center of midfield who could keep the ball, pass, go through, boom, because Ndombele and Sissoko, then they're not really it. But go look at Mourinho. There's a thing called coaching. And I think people have said it, and I still feel that he's not the right man to play there. Put Eriksen in the sense of midfield. Make Dele Alli, use him as a number 10. Make Dele Alli as a number 10 or Lo Celso as a number 10. You have your boy Moura out wide and you have Kane as a striker. But get someone in the middle of the pitch who is technically good on the ball, can turn, move the ball, keep the ball, pass the ball through. Get someone like that in the center of the pitch, because all Tottenham were doing was hooping the ball aimlessly to the frontmen, and it was a case of like, let's try and hope for something. There wasn't a strategic plan with regards to, this guy has the ball, this guy's going to make the overlapping one, this guy's going to make the diagonal run, I'm going to pass the ball through, I'm going to bring the ball up. Whereas for Southampton, there was a clear understanding with regards to the guy on the ball and off the ball movement. But with Tottenham, it's Moura is just dribbling, rampaging through. Dele Alli is like is on the right wing, center going through. Harry Kane is holding onto the ball. It's like, okay, who's there to support me, and who is there to really supply me the balls inside the box. And so this is what I said, like, so looking at those games that Mourinho has won and everything, I think it is based upon organization. And because of the organization and maybe the teams that they've played, they've been able to get the ball to their key men, a Moura, a Kane, and they've been able to execute. So I say to myself, that how different have Tottenham been from Pochettino? That's the real question right now. That's the real question. How different is what Tottenham are doing right now from when they were under Pochettino, i.e., they're not winning games based on a clear, specific strategy. They're winning games based upon, okay, they are pretty well organized, but the ball has been given to the individuals and the individuals are making it happen. Dele Alli just pops up with the goal. Lucas Moura just scores an amazing goal out of nowhere. Harry Kane gets the ball, shoots it through, and boom, and that's it. So, because with Liverpool and Klopp, there is a clear plan with what they're doing. It's very well regimented. With Pep and Man City, there's a very well, clear, fully regimented plan. Under Sarri, with Chelsea, there's a very well, clear, regimented plan. Tuchel, PSG, a very clear plan. Hansi Flick with Bayern, there's a 100% clear, fully revised plan as to how they play. Tottenham, I don't see a chemistry there happening. So, which is why, again, I say this is the month. This is the key month. That Tottenham need guys. Sessegnon, don't know about the dude. I don't know about the dude, because remember, this was a guy that's moving on from Fulham, was obviously a huge, massive star, Division 1. I'm not sure whether he's having the same kind of understanding with the rest of the team, because there were lots of times when he would just cross aimlessly and the ball not be going anywhere. Whereas, like, hold on to the ball, turn right, turn left, trying to go into the channel, hit into the diagonals. That wasn't happening. I can see a good player in Lo Celso. There is a good player there. There's a good player there. But as I was watching it, I'm not sure whether he fits into this team. So, but remember, that's Pochettino's guy. Uncle Mo didn't buy him. I'm not sure that Lo Celso fits into this team specifically. It just seems as if he's a step behind or just a step to the left from what everyone else is doing within the team. So, but I just think what Tottenham are badly missing is a midfield. It is seriously, that is what they're seriously missing, because Tottenham can win games by going route one, because Harry Kane is a great goal scorer. Lucas Moura is an amazing individual player, and they were missing him today. Son is one of the best attacking weapons in the league, So, and Dele Alli has been so pep. Even to today, he had a few pretty good things. Dele Alli has just been a man reborn under Mourinho. But that's irresponsible. That is a very unprofessional and irresponsible way for Tottenham to go through. You have to win 5, 6, 7 games in a row. Come in like, we'll win 2 games here, lose 2 games, draw 1 game, win 1 game here, and that's so the way that they're playing. You win some games, you lose some. What they need to do is win 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row, and by doing that, you need a strong core and a strong go-to strategy, and with that, you have to have a midfield. You have to have a midfield. You have to you can't playing route one. That's you're playing a numbers game, because you're hoping that you get a lucky bounce. You're hoping that that ball falls fortuitously to a Lucas Moura or a Harry Kane, and then they can then somehow execute. That's an irresponsible way of playing. A proper way of playing is, okay, we can go route one, or we can hit the ball to a central midfielder, or we can pass the ball in through 1-2 quick pass. Midfielder can bring the ball up, and then he can then interconnect with 1-2 passes with Harry Kane or Lucas Moura to try and open up and create space. So, because that is what most guys do, is pass, create space, pass, create space, sideways, forward, boom, through ball, here we go. So, but it wasn't. It was a very, very, very flat performance by Tottenham, aimless, and it's bad when you're just seeing players just run with the ball. You're just seeing players just run with the ball. What she wants as a manager is the ball is being moved around. It's nice, it's sharp. 1, 2, 3 touches with the ball, and there is a clear understanding and balance between who you're passing to. When you know things are bad is when a guy is holding the ball for 5, 6, 7 touches and he's just trying to score by himself. That's just what you want to see. You want to see that in a few instances because football can be random, but for 75-80% of the time, you want to see there's a clear plan and strategy happening. So for Mourinho, man, I said again, they need a strong quality central midfielder and they need a playmaker. As I said again, Eriksen isn't a great playmaker. Yeah, they need a quality, great creative playmaker and they need a strong central midfielder. If they can get those two players, then I think that's where Sissoko and Ndombele can add to that, and Dele Alli and the Harry Kane and Lucas Moura and his son can also add to that as well. Remember to like the video, remember to subscribe. Remember, if you're a Patreon member, I will be doing live reactions of the Arsenal United game and obviously the Man City Everton game as well. Like the video, subscribe, I'm out.